the sun went down and our cooking coals were glowing, down the path came a party hiking, and they said, folks, we're all going. We're yearning for a portal far away in a tavern full of shouting. So join us, friends, and let's descend deep into Under Mountain, deep into Under Mountain. There run dungeons hot and cold, where the monsters surge and pushes, and the youngest runes are old, where the mimics all lie waiting, and the goblin werebats roost, all the wisps and wasps and the mezzo-lost, the hidden pit where we'll all plummet deep into Under Mountain. Deep into Under Mountain, all our blades will sing like choirs, as our arrows strike like drum beats, and our green flame pops and pyres. Our barbarian will stomp a brood as the rogues dance shadow play. Oh, we're sworn to go at a great tempo. We'll chant our spells as we now delve deep into Under Mountain. Deep into Under Mountain, you'll always find new gear, and your old mundane accoutrement can be handed down, don't fear. The magic items you'll attune and the artifacts you'll find. There's armor with gems and weird potions and a propeller hat that lets you ascend deep into Under Mountain. Deep into Under Mountain, the mad wizard stood gates so folks can open portals. He left clues to activate. He has a thing for puzzles and he likes to throw his voice. We're going to delve to where he dwells, to the lowest tower, to seek his power deep into Under Mountain. I'll see you there, the lowest lair, deep into Under Mountain.
It's absurdity in our PG font. I got brahies behind creased cardboard, but you don't pull up chairs for humor, do you? You shouldn't miss this guy Cuthris. He shakes a stone, there's light eldritch compelling you, the viewers, to hit the merch store. 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 Walnut's Grove is gone, which sucks for a druid. Plus mail is strong, but nuts wise into it. Sigils on the cave wall stabbed like daggers. She took wolf form and she howled aloud. She bit at Cuthris and she snapped her snout, and by her instincts led you to the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Rosie, she's shopped there before. All her grandkids get gifts from this store. Little halflings with their kingpins playing footloose. I've seen them picnic beneath the stars, wearing their bright dark magic scarves. It's a one-stop shop for birthdays at the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store.
Denard's a paladin, dragonborn, who treats everybody else with scorn. But you know that they all deserve it, don't you? He gains entitlement from bits, or so Jerry claims, so I guess it fits. And they both expect you all to hit the merch store.
Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Maybe there are gods beyond whose tendrils shift their waking pawns, but Jerry kinda seems like he has got this. Except the times when the phones light up and ideas arise, then outright erupt, and Jerry's gone, volcanic cursed Rothfuss. What now, Rothfuss? Come on, Rothfuss. Ignore Rothfuss. Gosh darn Rothfuss. Dang it, Rothfuss. My game, Rothfuss. Go home, Rothfuss.
Shut up,
Rothfuss. Flippin' Rothfuss. Let's not do this. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how'd it get so late? Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and just let your mind float downstream. Sprawled out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
That's us. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. And tonight, y'all are my live streaming audience. Welcome, everyone. As you can see, we have begun work on this. It's not great. We need to actually rip out this entire upper part of this roof here and make it more compatible with what we've accomplished over there. Now, that is going to be aided by the fact that I've got these hay bales in here properly now. So if we start falling to our death, it won't actually be to our death. We weren't really having fall damage related deaths problems. What we were having was down there at the bottom there would be like creepers and stuff, even though I kept trying to light it up. And now we don't have falls into the creeper pit, which is good. Gotcha. Darth Worthen, sorry to hear that about your grandmother. I hope she recovers quickly. But yeah, do I have to move that wall? I did move that wall. That's how we got the ceiling working. Or the roof, I guess, not the ceiling. The roof. The roof's not a ceiling. But yeah, here we go. Picking up all these surplus blocks. We didn't even take any fall damage there. What a treat. We have also fixed the walls on the outside there. Good luck on your exam, Dahlia. Whoops. See, this is what I was talking about, though. This is why we had to put the hay in. Because we kept falling down here, and then, like, I'd get, like, mobbed by a skeleton, a few zombies, just whatever. Just as a treat, here's a bajillion mobs. And I'd be like, what? No, I don't have time for that. So, anyway. We should also probably grab some ender pearls real quick. I should mention that we did stream earlier today, which is why the face camera is already so large, and why we are only $3 away from the next face camera expansion. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and grab these as well here. So tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Onjin says, what's up with the iCam? Oh, the camera gets bigger every time we hit a $20 tipping milestone, and we are $3 away from the next one. But yeah, I had a lot of fun working with Cleo on our models today. So obviously it's a little hard to see since the camera's so zoomed in, but if I lean back about 6 feet, you can see that this is coming along. Most of this is where it was. We've got some additional pieces down here, like courtyard pieces and whatnot, that are going to attach, like this piece. That's going to go attached to the driveway. We've got other driveway parts and towers. They're hard to see right now, but the stream earlier was a, what do you call it? Stream? A HermitCraft stream. Oh yeah, I forgot. We are supposed to be going into here. And let's grab... Come on, it's in one of these. There it is. Whoops. Boom. Plenty of extra ender pearls. Okay. But yeah, Grant, good luck with your job search. I felt trapped in a lot of the jobs that I was in when I was trying to get my ex through grad school. And any sort of instability on my career or job. I didn't really have a career. I had a series of jobs I didn't want but they were the best paying thing that would let me have the flexibility to be the primary caregiver for our child. But yeah, like, it really sucks when you have to stay in a job you don't like, and I hope that you can get something better now. Okay. Grant Rogers says, I definitely want to be an artist/graphic designer. Well, I hope you get the chance to check out AIGA in your area. That is, it used to be like the American Institute for Graphic Arts, but it's no longer an acronym. Now it just stands for quality in design. But AIGA is one of the best ways to find local training, events, mixers, stuff like that for graphic designers. I got a lot of freelance work and learned a lot of cool software tricks and just even kind of got pointed in the right direction on a lot of different things through folks I met at AIGA. And so I recommend it strongly if you're trying to get started in graphic design. I'm not currently a card-carrying member because I'm not currently working as a freelance graphic designer, and I'm also not currently going to meetups for anything. So, yeah. Let's see. Joel Bitt says, Joe, are you a full-time content creator? I would not describe myself as such, because I think that a lot of my work creates discontent that will ultimately lead to social change and uprisings, for one thing. For another thing, I do still do some part-time freelance development work, and my primary focus is on managing my daughter's well-being through this pandemic. So, like, I'm not working 9 to 5 on YouTube. But I no longer work my 40-hour-a-week day job that I used to have either. So, do these groups do CAD training too? CAD is more of an architectural or engineering thing. So I have not heard of any AIGA groups doing CAD training. But hey, we got our first tip of the evening, it looks like, rolling in via PayPal from Marina. Thank you very much, Marina, for tipping 3. That gets us to our next face camera expansion milestone. Who says, let's get that first night expansion in. Also, howdy. Well, howdy, Marina. Here we go. It's time to grow hills. Do-do-do-do. And we are going to lower the Joe Pasty now to 24%. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. What did I go to school for? Because my parents made me. It was... Yeah. I'm talking to them again, though, so... Let's see. So I guess it turned out okay in the end. Kaizen Gamer, don't offload your choices on us. Make your... no. I'm timing you out. Please be so mad at me you go to bed. Or, if you come back, stop trying to offload your decision-making on other people. That's unnecessary. So... Let's see, and the sun is setting again. I think I need to move the bed back to this side. Actually, let's harvest some of that wheat first, and then move the bed. Okay. So here we go. Lay your head down and dream. Okay, so we're going to temporarily offload a bunch of these materials to go grab a bunch of wheat. Okay. I do what I can. See, now I'm going to overthink it next time, though. Wait, where is my... Dang it. The hoe is gone. Okay, so that means we can only harvest the... Dang it. Why is the hoe gone? Let's swap this over here real quick. Is it on the other side? Yep, wheat gathering time indeed. See, I'm going to overthink it though now. Here comes the wheat nightmare. Okay, K-Bob, if you're having tech support problems with something, go ask somebody else. That's off topic. I don't use that technology. I don't know anything about that technology. There's no relevancy to this community, to you talking about it. If this is not tech support for your random stuff. Okay, there it is. Okay. Doing well, Noah and Owen. Alrighty. Yeah, don't you overthink it. Okay. So I'm gonna replant these ones first because they're gonna be dried up and take the longest to regrow. And they'll also, what do you call it? Break if you don't. There we go. Whereas these other ones will not do that. Dang it, more dried out ones. Go away, chicken. You're in my way. Hey, Mr. Hardluck! Welcome. Oh boy. Just gathering wheat and taking names, but I'm all out of names, except for my own. I am Joe Hills. Also, welcome Penelope, welcome Marie, welcome Kane, welcome Slurpy Soup, welcome Highborn Leak, Ahime Angel, welcome Protestant, welcome Fat Boy, welcome Manly Astronaut, welcome Chef Nutmeg Gracewinder, Mars Melons Away, Drew Baca, Brandon, Necropolis. Hope y'all are doing well. Okay. Welcome, Snowstorm. Don't be mean to Pranjal. That's not an acceptable name. Okay. Yeah, if Fortune gave more wheat, that would be awesome. Sorry the thunder's upsetting your dog, Yazzie Wolf. Yeah, the chicken's just eating all the seeds. It's just following me. Darthworth, and you might think that, but I couldn't possibly comment. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab these. Did I hear something growl at me? I would prefer if nothing growled at me while I am harvesting food. That would be just a real boon to have nothing growling at me. I'm just this guy. I'm just this guy harvesting food. Could I be any less dangerous? Okay. It does sound like a baby zombie growl, and I don't appreciate it. I am not here for that. No, no. Okay. So Scar just left again, which means he might be back again. So we got to be prepared to greet him when the time comes. Is there a cave system under the wheat field? Yes, absolutely. Like all the best wheat fields, it's full of monsters. Yeah, there's at least one baby zombie down there, maybe a blaze, a few withers, a skeleton horse, some skeletons that are about to spawn. There's probably 15 creepers, 2 endermen, and a partridge in a pear tree. Somebody says they're excited to see Evil X's IOU get called in. Yeah, I gotta figure out. I think I'm gonna hold. Like, I don't want to waste that one, so I'm trying to use the other ones first, so I can learn from the process. Like, I feel like I've been trying to get Wells Night, and I like a scheduled thing, but that's one of the reasons the episode isn't out yet. I was hoping to get that in the episode. Might have to push that to the next episode, because scheduling has been difficult. Okay. Ask for infinite dirt coin. I'm not sure that that's how currencies work. Later. Oh, that is how currencies work. What do you know? Is that actually gonna work? Kind of. Did I overshoot it? No, I did it wrong. We all hold IOUs for the Evil Emporium members. Yeah, but, like, we don't have one for Hell's Night. We have one for Wells Night. They're different people, obviously. So, yeah. Okay. So while we've got that running, we've got some more hay bales over here. I'm glad you're enjoying the castle so far. I'm pretty happy with how it's been going too. Whoops, dang it. Why am I not flying? Dang it. Okay, so we actually probably should fill this in too. Let's get this off our hop. That's how you get real problems. We are working on a Minecraft model of Castle Hohenzollern from Germany. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. And through his Belmar blade went hack and sack. He left it dead, and with its head he went weehawken back. Oh, hast thou slain the Hoppet Kong? Come to my arms, my Pertham boy. Ho hocus day, so ho raway, he called well in his joy. 'Twas Bergen and the Erie Road did Mawa into Patterson. All Jersey were the ocean groves, and the Red Bank, Bayonne. Uh-oh. Need to go to bed again. I forgot to pick up the bed when we were over here. We'll welcome Scar back after we go to bed, 'cause that's the thing we need to do. Welcome back, Escar. No, don't run polls in my chat. That's off topic. I'm gonna time you out so you can. Encouraging spam. No, don't do that. No. Oy, oy, oy. Zoom, I have a car. Whoa. Go, Scar Racer, go. Okay. I have not been to Germany. I have not been to Europe. I was really sad. There was an excerpt from Norm Macdonald's book that's been making the rounds recently after he passed away, where he talks about how comedy and entertainment opened all sorts of doors to him that he never expected. And his comedic work allowed him to travel all over the world, except, of course, for Africa, Europe, Asia, South America, Antarctica. But, you know, that's splitting hairs, because who goes to Antarctica? And I'm just like, that's kind of how I feel. Like, wow, what I do really has connected me to a global audience. And one day I will go somewhere outside of North America. One day. I was supposed to go to Ireland in October for a wedding, and COVID shut that down. But, like, yeah, no, I'm sadly, like, I only got to go to the West Coast for the first time for Minecon Anaheim. Like, I had never been to the Pacific time zone. So, like, I was feeling after the divorce, I was like, my world is very small, and I need to travel and see more places and meet more people and that sort of thing. And then when COVID hit, I was like, I guess my world's about to get smaller. Joel Bits says, it says setting up stream now. Well, yeah, we're still gathering the hay we need for the actual stream. We don't have enough wheat. Ryan says, my wife and I went to Ireland on our honeymoon and went to our friend's wedding there. Awesome, I hope you had a good time. It seems like a really interesting place to visit, and I just, unfortunately, haven't really been able to get out of the United States much. I went to Canada once when I was a kid, and that was it. And mostly just traveled up and down the eastern seaboard, and Texas, Minnesota, places like that. So, yeah. But yeah, so that Norm Macdonald quote about being able to travel all over the world except for every continent except for North America, I was like, me. Granted, I'm not 60 and dying of cancer, which he was, I think when he wrote that book, he was like 58 and already basically had, was already like, that was one of the reasons he put out the book, it turned out, apparently, is because he knew he had cancer. So, like, it's definitely kind of like, sad stuff. Where's my face camera today? It's right here. If you search for eyeball, whoops. Eyeball. Boop. You can see me blinking. Yeah, the camera gets bigger every time we hit a tipping milestone. We are 20 away from that next milestone, and tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Would I come to Mexico? Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like, the big thing is that, like, I never had any like, the places I worked never gave me very much vacation time. And I had a ton of educational debt that I was trying to pay off. So I had no money to travel and no time to go, even if like a relative was like, hey, I'm going to Germany. Do you want to come with me? I'll cover all the expenses. It'd be like, well, I can't get off work. And, so no. I'd have to quit my job, which wasn't an option. So it's like... So I'm hoping now that I'm self-employed, you know, I'll have opportunities to do stuff like that. But, like, I don't have any real, like, idea of... I'm not, like, setting particular travel goals at this point because everything keeps changing and I'm still frustrated about having to cancel that Ireland trip because of COVID. So I'm just like, you know, once it becomes clear that I can plan stuff for real, I'm going to start planning stuff for real, but we're not there. Yeah. What's my statistic time of gameplay on the HermitCraft server? Probably around 15. Although I've got 1144 since the No Wings Club is up, so maybe higher than 15. But yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to plausibly plan trips. But right now, it just doesn't feel like it's plausible. A bunch of my friends had a trip to Japan planned for this. Well, it was originally planned for last spring, I think. Or no, it was planned for last fall, and then COVID pushed it to this fall. And then they had to cancel it again. So it's not even postponed at this point, it's just canceled. And so it's like, yeah, if you can't push your travel plans back by a year, you can't really make travel plans at this point. That's clearly not what's happening. Okay. Don't yell in all caps there, Drowning. Hey, we just got a tip via PayPal for Nadia for 2. Thank you, Nadia, who says, just wondering what the copyright license is on the HermitCraft map downloads. I'm a map maker and would love to make a map based on the world. Would it be okay if it was HermitCraft themed? I don't know what the license on the map download is. If that's not answered at hermitcraft.com, I can't tell you. It's probably whatever the default legal... If something is not explicitly licensed, it's just whatever the default copyrights are in the country of origin of the person who made it. So it's entirely possible different parts of the HermitCraft world would have different default license stuff. Because Doc in Germany might have different default copyright privileges than I do in the United States. So my advice would be to hire an international copyright attorney or just make your own thing from scratch. Because that is not a question I know the answer to. Make sure whatever you're doing is basically fair use, which I don't know that the thing you described would be, but... I have a feeling, though, that if you were doing anything blatantly commercial, it would be a problem for you pretty quick. This is a wheat farm. This is literally a farm with wheat slurry. Anastasia, yeah, I've run Curse of Strahd, or I've run Ravenloft many times. Anastasia says, I'm about to run it and I'm scared and I need tips. Well, one of the things that worked really well for me last time, and I don't know that this is going to work for you, it depends on your voice. Let me go get the book out. Actually, hold on. We're going to... Let's head back, and I will answer your question imminently. We need to get somewhere safe. Wait, whoops. Let's switch that over there. And we're going to do this so that we can get to the bed. And while I look for this book, we're going to run through the stream startup song or checklist.
.30 p.m. the usual streaming setup. Turn on the lights, make sure they're bright and gleam. Title and tweet, pour water, tank top and chroma. OBS seems all set, so I click start the streaming. So I'll pause, fold in, and open VLC. I'll pick 2 songs before lay your head down and dream. I'll say that's us to y'all, Joe Hills from Tennessee. Folks asking when will my stream begin? After howdy, it's items and chest tools breaking. Pickaxe went poof while talking to you professional Minecrafter here, there's no mistaking. So I'll click crafting quick anvil time and champ pick, then I'll replace the books in a random chest with care. I'll tour my winery, I'm sure there's blocks somewhere. And then I'll hush and hush and hush and hush chaps where not any closer to recording. Folks keep asking and asking and asking and asking, when will my stream begin? Seriously, y'all, I need to record this next episode I've been working toward. I can't edit without footage, no. Once I'm all geared up, maybe we can start the show.
Alrighty, so we are going to take down that setting up stream now sign. So, Anastasia, tips 5, who says, OMG, thank you, and my voice is a mezzo belter. Does that help? I don't really know what a mezzo is, but belter speak in The Expanse is really cool. So, I mean, that'll work to your advantage. But okay, so if you're not familiar with D&D books, for some of the people who are here who are not Anna, they have this thing in them called box text, where, like, room descriptions, they'll usually, like, have some text for the DM to explain, like, what the dungeon master needs to know about the room. But then they'll have, like, a room description for the dungeon master to read to the players, okay? And boxed text, it can make or break how engaging a thing is, right? So let me go ahead and I'm going to give you an example of some of the box text if you read it badly, right? Okay, so if you are not a good dungeon master, you might get to the box text. And so, like, let's say the players enter the Hall of Heroes, right? And you're just like, I'm a low energy dungeon master. Dark alcoves line the walls of this long hall. The ceiling has fallen here, leaving rubble strewn across the floor. Overhead, the beams of Ravenloft's roof are exposed. Lightning from the dark clouds above sporadically illuminates the hall, lighting the faces of the light-sized human statues in the alcove. Each visage is frozen in terror. So that is not, you're mumbling, you're looking down at the book. What you need to do with the room descriptions to really make it engaging, I've found, is I switch to what I call the narrator from the Super Friends voice. In the Hall of Heroes, dark alcoves line the walls of this long hall. The ceiling has fallen here, leaving rubble strewn across the floor. Overhead, the beams of Ravenloft's roof are exposed. Lightning from the dark clouds above sporadically illuminates the hall, lighting the faces of life-sized human statues in the alcove. Each visage is frozen in terror. Right? That's how you do it. So basically, the thing is that, like, when you get to the box text, if you're not engaging with it, the players a lot of times will just be like, okay, this is time for me to zone out. But the thing is, if they zone out every time you describe a room, then they'll be like, wait, what do I see in the room? And you're like, I just told you what I saw in the room. But if you do it like that, the players they'll be like, basically, welcome back. Need help? Instead of the players just being like, okay, now's a good time to take a sip out of my drink and look at my character sheet or the wall, they'll be like, now's a terrible time to take a sip out of my drink because I might sputter it everywhere. Like, because the box text is the most amusing part of the Dungeon Master's thing. Okay. So, yeah. Let's see. Scar fell yesterday, too. Okay. Does he have his bed, like, near a cliff or something? Is that his setup? Somebody says he fell off a cliff right when he joined yesterday, too. Interesting. Maybe he keeps logging on a floor that, like, deletes itself with redstone somehow? Ugh, that's how they get you. The loading screen of death, death, death. Jill Jackson says, I always read the box text like Dan Harmon in the Dead Alewives D&D sketch. Well, that's actually a good point, too, is if you're doing a game, like, I like to do the really dramatic voice for the stuff in Ravenloft, because Ravenloft is a very dramatic setting. Strahd is very dramatic, and he loves drama, and his castle reflects that, right? He has a penchant for extravagance, right? So doing this really over-the-top extravagant voice is really a way to do it. But if you are doing a story that's got a different kind of feel to it, you know, having kind of a make the box text narrator voice like its own kind of character, separate from you, the Dungeon Master, right? You, the Dungeon Master, are the interactive part of this. But every so often, there's, you know, the old man in the tavern telling the story of the time that he was here, you know? Or whatever. Like, the lounge, room K49. Once again, you could do this kind of with a natural voice if you like reading naturally. Like, you know, as thunder shakes the tower, heavy beams groan under the weight of the ceiling. 3 ornate lanterns hang by chains from each of these beams, each cast in a dim glow. The curved west wall is fitted with 3 windows of leaded glass and steel lattice work. You know, you could do it with kind of a conversational voice if you are naturally comfortable with reading in that way. But, like, you know, if you're telling a story, for example, about witches, when you get to the descriptions of the rooms, you could... Oh, there's actually a familiar room here. That's where the witches' familiars hang out. Like, I could use my witch voice. Oh, the element room is where they've got all their stuff. And the cauldron room. So, if I wanted to do the witch voice for, like, the witchy part of the castle... Heavy beams support the ceiling of this large room, the outer wall of which curves to follow... This is almost... Wait, that's almost a mid-Atlantic voice. Hold on. I double toil and trouble. Heavy beams support the ceiling of this large room, the outer wall of which curves to follow the shape of the tower. Dim light filters into the room through the steel lattice squares of 2 leaded glass windows. Several tables stand throughout the room, weighted down by stacks of glass jars and bottles, all of them bearing labels. That's almost... Yeah, I don't know. That was maybe not a good witch voice either. But yeah, you could do all sorts of different stuff with it. You could keep the players guessing. Okay. Cora and Bolin. Yeah. Asami and Bolin are on their way to Republic City once more. But anyway, there's options. That's one advice I would have is that there's a lot of box text in the book, and you'll be tempted to skip it if the players' eyes are glazing over. And so but there is a lot of helpful detail in there. So finding a way to make the box text work. Does playing D&D make you better at improv? I mean, that's like saying, does sketching with pencil make you better at painting? Like, in a lot of cases, yes, but it's not, like, necessarily direct, and I can't promise you, like, a straight line between the results, right? Like, there's a lot of overlap in the skills and the parts of your brain, but it's not... If you want to get better at improv, one of the best ways to do it is to go practice improv, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's, that's like saying, hey, does practicing German make you better at improv? Almost. Like, if you're going to be doing improv with people who speak German, then it'll be a real help. But, like, it might not be and maybe you'll have different ideas for jokes because you've been exposed to different languages and your brain will think about things differently. But, like... I think that studying language, because I took, in high school I took Spanish for several semesters, and in college I took Japanese and Chinese, and I think that studying different languages made me better at wordplay in English in some ways, but, like, I don't know that I would recommend taking Chinese to somebody as, like, their first step at being funnier on YouTube, you know what I mean? So... Why am I not hitting the wall? Dang it. Overshot. Gonna DM my next game like an old-timey newscaster. Well, like I said, you don't have to run... What I would recommend is having a separate voice for the box text versus the rest of Dungeon Mastering. That's my little tip. Because, like I said, Curse of Strahd in particular has a lot of box text, and you really need it to set the tone and explain the stuff in a concise way. But, like, I don't think my players would want me to be, like, to do the whole thing with that weird voice, right? It's not good. Jill Jackson says, one thing D&D has helped me with is quick addition. Yeah, that makes sense. Adding a lot of small numbers quickly. Have I ran Dragon Heist? Which one is that? Is that the... Oh, yeah. That's the Waterdeep one. I haven't run it. I have the book. Because, yeah. I've gone through it, and I thought about running it, but, like, a lot of this stuff comes down to time for me. I just couldn't get a group together and make schedules work and stuff. Miguel says Italian has helped my charm. Yeah. But yeah, I think one of the box text voices that I want to add to my repertoire is Hunter S. Thompson. So I've been watching a lot of interviews with him, trying to figure out his cadence. Angelica de Silva Valente tips Real Brazil. I think that's Brazilian Real 20. Who says, "Hello, Joe. Hope you and your family are good. What are we doing tonight? We are currently working on the castle ceiling, kind of. We were just grabbing some wheat, but either way, that puts us at that's 4 U.S. Abacus speeds, so that comes out to 9 away from the next expansion. Thank you, Angelica de Silva Valente. Yeah, we were gathering some wheat so we could fix this floor and then work on the roof here without dying all the time. Because I don't want to keep dying all the time. It's tiresome to me. But yeah, my family and I are good. So thank you for asking. Jory says the best thing about Dragon Heist is because it's all in one city. It's really easy to get newer players into RPing and making connections with NPCs. Yeah, so a lot of times I buy books like that, not because I want to run that campaign myself, but because I want to learn how to write a book about a city, right? Like, that's basically a book about Waterdeep with a story to kind of pull it together. But it's basically a setting guide with story elements. Because I would love to do more tabletop game writing at some point. Pitfalls and Penguins was a really fun project to work on, and I'd love to get back to that sort of thing eventually. But right now, it's kind of like my illustration stuff. I just don't have time to do everything I want to do. I don't have time to pick the base back up, start writing tabletop games, write poetry, write this, write that. It's like, I've got 800 things. Okay, don't ask people how old they are, and the fact that you're spamming it means you're going to get banned. There's a rule against asking people information like that. Have I ever made a homebrew campaign? Yeah. Beniculus says, so dang sick of Forgotten Realms, but love a good city book. Yeah, that's fair. Nadia says, tabletop with the hermits. That has never succeeded. That is something that we've talked about doing for years, but schedule-wise, we can't get people together for 3 hours a week consistently enough to do any sort of tabletop thing. Blazing Slade says, it seems every HermitCraft member has a special skill. What would I say is my special skill? Well, I was explicitly recruited to be weird. I was told we have a bunch of builders, we have a bunch of redstoners, but we need more like wild card type people. And I think you'd be a good fit. So I guess that's me. I'm the wild card. Every team needs a wild card. So check your break lines. And try the fish. Mongoose, that's my face. That's the face camera. The camera gets bigger every time we hit a tipping milestone, and we are currently 9 away from the next face camera expansion. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. So, at this point, we have enough of this floor done that I feel safe starting to work on the roof. Okay. So let's wipe this out, because this is unnecessary now. Silk touch these mushrooms. Okay. So then this one is also gonna go. Now, based on the model here, this is gonna have really feel like this should be slightly more like we have it go 3 on the diagonal. Well, maybe it does, actually. Yeah, okay, if you think of that as the diagonal there. Okay, so then in terms of the height, this part is supposed to go up roughly to the height of, or just below the height of that roof segment there. So let's get some scaffolding. Etho! Even in Etho. Etho, join the game. Woo! Welcome, Dion Mark. Glad you could join us. Okay, so I think that what we want to do is go up to that roof, come across, and figure out this. Okay. Dang it. No, my floor. Or fall. Okay. So, if we want to make sure that this actually comes across properly here, what we can do is we can put this here. Okay. So, what we'll do now is we'll pull this back behind us. And put that there. We'll grab these ones. I'm actually tempted. We don't really need this one anymore. Wait, did I break that? Oh no, was this not the right height? Did I not get it all the way up to height first? No, that looks like it's exactly the right height. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Okay, so that's exactly how tall the roof is supposed to be once it gets to here on this, it looks like. And that seems about right from what I'm looking at. So we're going to cover that there. Okay, so now we can break this one to, or at least have it come down to about where we need it for starting the roof. Okay. So we're going to grab the extra scaffolds while we get them. And let's see. I think I left my extra tile on the other side. Oh, and I forgot to move the bed. So let's grab the other stuff and move the bed. For real this time. We're not going to keep gathering wheat. We got enough hay at this point. Move the bed, grab the tile, deep slate tile, tile, la da 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 da. Okay. Alrighty, good luck, Anastasia. Good luck with your campaign. Bum bum ba-dun, da-dun, dee 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 doo, ba da 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 doo 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 doo. Lay your head down and dream. Thanks, Etho. So the windows on this start as high up as the doors opposite it, basically. So we're going to have, if the doors are here, the windows would start like here. And we're going to go ahead and do that for this one too. And for this one as well. Perfect. Okay. So we've got those 3 windows now. Then there is a gap with no windows for a while. And then there's more windows back there. But we're not there yet. So we're not going to worry about that at the moment. Okay. So I kind of think I should grab some more dirt just to use for getting these in place here. Okay. Let's actually come back down here and get this. I want to pull out that scaffold because that one's gonna be in the way of where the roof is gonna come up. Welcome, Bhumika. Glad you could join us. Okay. So if this is where it's ultimately going to get up to, and this is elevation of 110, and this is 101. So that means it needs to go up 10 to get there. And we've got no. Dang it. Okay. 110. So then, but to get out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so so we've got to go up 10 and over 5. So that to me says we go up 2 every time, and it should roughly work out. Yeah, the face camera is everywhere. Basically, the way it works is tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. And when we hit certain tipping milestones, the camera expands. We are currently 9 away from the next face camera expansion. Okay. So, let's try this. So we're going to come up 1, up 1. I actually think the way this works, it should be maybe these should be over more. I think maybe we move these walls out slightly more. Yeah. Well, let's try this. Okay, so wait, I'm doing this wrong already. So if these go up and over 1, so we're gonna get out the torches here. Yeah, there we go. Dang it, wrong. It's already wrong. Oh yeah, I forgot I don't need the torches if they're going like that. Okay. Now I need the torches though, because this does not continue here. Okay. Welcome, Space Cowboy. Glad you could join us this evening. And then finally we would have a slab probably on top of this. That's going to look a lot better than what we had. think. We had it before. We had it at way too. We had it at a 3 instead of a 2 increase per, and that was definitely breaking some things. So I think that this should be a lot more reasonable. Okay, let's also throw some torches on these scaffolds here. Deep slate tiles, tiles, throw on a layer of stairs. Deep slate tiles, tiles, get a roof that looks real fair. Okay, this feels right to me at this point. But I'm also realizing, I think maybe we push these walls out one as well. Hey, welcome Catty Cake raiding with a party of 4. Appreciate it. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee, here on the HermitCraft server. We are working on a model of Castle Hohenzollern at 1-to-1 scale. And I'm realizing that iterating on the walls is fun, but it's a lot easier if you get this stuff right the first time rather than having to expand your texture things out here, like so. Because, yeah, this is a little silly in some ways. Luckily, I can just copy the texture. I don't have to think about the texture on the second go. I can just push the whole wall out there like I did here. And do the same on that one. Okay. So, yeah, let's go ahead and hop down there. So yeah, we're going to pull these two out as well in the same way. Whoops. Okay. Gotta make sure to switch to Silk Touch when I remove the mushrooms, otherwise we waste the blocks. And we might have to manually replace some of these mushroom blocks later too, but whatever, that's fine. But yeah. So that is now gonna allow us to actually move these windows one further over too, which I think is gonna look good. And establish this diagonal more clearly. Whoops. Dang it. This jump thing is great, except I'm not used to it. Okay. So yeah, we'll get the slabs next. That's a thing that we will have to do for sure. But that's why we've got this here. So that we can just... Actually, I thought I had a bunch of slabs in... Was it over here? We'll put actual doors in there later. There the slabs are. Okay. So, deep slate tiles as well. Okay. Blurg. Terrible jump. She just have pearled. Okay. Let's get the slabs out. Yeah, that'll... probably way easier to do this going from top to bottom. So, building from top to bottom. No, bottom to top. Never mind. Welcome, Iron Goof. Welcome, Shreedam Padi. Glad you could join us this evening. Okay. So, where it gets weird now is that these need to come up and in. What are the colors for in the tab bar? The green says that people can come bother me if they want to, and the purple means I'm streaming. Hey, welcome, Tarini. Hey, Ray McKay. Glad you could join us. Okay. So, this is where it gets weird. I kind of need... So, let's go around like this and put in blocks. So, it's kind of actually steeper, I think. Coming up here in a weird way. But then how does that sync up? Womp womp. As I fall off. So... The issue is that if this is going up at the same rate, right, it's not going to meet up there until further back. And so what does that even look like, right? So I kind of think I might need to alternate having this one be steeper. Because, yeah, it's not going to catch that. These are deep slate tile. Deep slate tiles. Tiles. Making deep slate tile stairs. Do-do-do, deep slate tile. Tile. La-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, welcome, Sammy. Yeah, so the weird thing is that this front part here... In order to make it steeper, we're going to have to, instead of having it come up at every 2, it's going to have to come up every 3, I think. Which is what we were experimenting with in the first place, but it was like blatantly wrong originally. So we need to fix it so it's not blatantly wrong this time. How are we going to do that? It's a mystery to everybody. So now 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. Oh, see, that's weird if that hits that quicker, right? So maybe we do a slab there or something. But okay, so wait, 1, 2, 3. Wait. No, 1, 2, and then. At this point, we have it come in like this. Actually, wait, maybe we have it come in like that, almost. So then it's... That might work. Hey, welcome, Voices Martellos. Pixie Wolf says, I tried the same concept yesterday. I feel like I learned something. I hope I learned something today. Maybe. I mean, I feel like this is mathematically the closest we're going to get. I've spent literally days looking at this. And realistically, we're not going to beat that. I might need to adjust those windows some. There might be other elements of this that get touched or worked on in some way. But, like, the windows actually need to be higher. Except for this one, which needs to be replaced. So then we would have this window actually start here, I was thinking almost. And then this window also would start here. Dang it. On that side. Side, side, side. Does it start on the fourth one? Yeah, it does. So, 1, 2, skip a few. Gonna mine some blocks now. Okay. You know, I wish it felt a little bit more sloped at the bottom, but like there's just not a good way to do that. There actually is supposed to be a slight wall overhang, maybe? No, that's not. No, there's not. That's just me doing a bad job with my model. How's it going tonight, says Sammy? Pretty well on the whole. We are working on sorting out kind of this castle bit here. I feel like Cleo really kind of left me to my own devices on some of this. Okay. Let's check out the real castle. Oh boy. In Google Earth temporarily. Okay, so yeah, this seems like the best link we're gonna get if it fits in. Oh, that link is not gonna work because it's got a comma in it apparently. Can I? Is there a share button that I can use on this that will share a? Okay, share or embed. Copy link. Okay, so yeah, let's post a new link. There's a short code. So this is, I'm roughly standing where I'm standing in here. Okay, I think Cleo screwed up this driveway too. Okay. Okay, so that block should... Okay. So y'all can kind of see what we're looking at here. Don't yell in all caps. Turn down the opacity, please, bro. Well, we are 9 away from the next opacity reduction, and tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills. Yeah, whoops, that's not it. That's the Google Maps thing again. Copy and paste. Does the tiered roof need a more gentle slope? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I think on the whole... Okay, so this is from inside the chapel. We don't want to do that. Dang it. Okay, so that's going to go... There's going to be that little tower up there. Then we're going to have the basic roof there that's going to lead to that one. It's going to lead to there. Okay, so I think Cleo might have... Okay. I think this wall actually needs to move in significantly. That's part of why this feels small, is that this wall needs to move in further here so that we have room for the 2 windows like here and here. So if we have window on the 3rd one, and then we skip, and then, okay, so this is, boom, window here, Yeah, I think that's roughly where this needs to push in. Okay. I might check Gemini Tay's build. I don't know why I would do that. She's not building the same thing. Lisa says, went to Germany for my first time leaving America. It was surreal to see castles lit up at night while driving down the highway. Hohenzollern was a little further north than where I was, though. Oh, that's cool. Welcome, Des. Glad you could join us. Okay. Vajura says, likeness is stunning. Such a good build. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so this is pretty obvious that this wall... We need to come in 2 blocks here to line up there. This is part of why we put all that hay in, folks. So that way we can just walk over here and casually be like, oh, good, that'll destroy our... Okay, well, now I'm annoyed. That's actually a huge problem because that box is very expensive. Well, actually, we don't have to fix the box right now. We're just going to build around it. Okay. Like, you know, whatever. Okay. Oops. If I don't get the texture exactly right, that's okay. We're just trying to get the rough concept of it. And then we'll have this kind of come over and attach to this here. Why is this... This feels really slow for sandstone. Smooth sandstone like extra slow to break or something? Yeah, it must be. Okay. Dang it. Forgot to switch to the silk touch for the mushroom. Gathering. Okay. Gemini Tay has a good shingled roof on a round. Well, the thing is, it's not technically round. Like, so we're trying to replicate a particular building. And... so it's not going to follow exactly that expectation. Okay, so we're going to come over here then. Evening, Jeff. Okay. And you know what? We knew this on this side. This side is already perfect in every way. Or actually, no, I fixed it on this side too, it looks like. But... okay, so having fixed it on both sides now, having aligned these properly on both sides. Okay, so this roof here is 1 block. It starts 1 block higher up, and it looks like it's roughly the same pitch. So... okay. Let's see. Smooth sandstone has the same hardness and blast resistance as cobble. Oh, that's good to know. That's not the actual floor for the build. That's just so I don't waste food on fall damage. Because I'm falling a lot working on this. Almond Buttered says, why aren't you partnered or affiliated? I'm partnered or affiliated with plenty of things, just not Twitch. But, like, my partner on building this castle is Zombie Cleo. And I'm affiliated with the HermitCraft streaming group and YouTube art collective. Okay. Just take your time to read the rules. Okay. So, basically, from here... it's really inconvenient because there's a bunch of pictures taken from places on the map that don't actually line up with where you would think they were taken. Oh, that's weird. So there's actually something that juts out there. Okay, whatever. So this part here is not very wide. And then it goes to that next part. Okay, cool. Why don't I do any corporation on my live stream? Like, what do you mean corporation? Like Concorp? That's Cubfan's thing. I don't want to steal Cubfan's thing. He worked hard on that thing. That's like his own thing. Okay. So, let's see. I think what I'm realizing is here, at least. So we're going to have this kind of come this way. And then up one. So same slope as the other one, but just starting later. Okay. And then we'll come over and let's get... Definitely gonna have to grindstone some more of this. Okay. Okay, so I'm a little worried about how this is gonna play out and how it's gonna look. Okay, so from that little beer garden there. Okay, so the step thing is on that side. Okay, so the picture that I'm looking at now, I'm gonna copy the image link. Okay, Lucas Chong, I don't know why you're spamming emoji, but I'm out of patience. Because I'm trying to do math and look at pictures. So this little beer garden here, has a view of these walls and how this looks and comes together here, and that's fine. That's going to be lower down there and then connect to the side of that one, and that's fine. So Cleo might have actually gone too high with this part here as I'm looking at this. The top of this roof is slightly higher than where we're at, but it's not much higher than that. So yeah, we should be okay here. Okay, so up one, and then where's the center line? Center line should be right there. So then the center line is slab. Or actually, no, it's block slab. Okay, that's fine. So then we run this back here. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this on the whole. Okay, Visuurist, I just banned that person that you said was whispering you links, because that's not cool. Okay. Team Snow Day. Okay, so let's go ahead and have a good night, Monsaic. I'm gonna grab this and move it internally. Let's move the bed too. Oh, we don't even need to move it internally, actually, now that I'm looking at this, because we've got all the cobbled deep slate we could ever need right here. Woo! Actually, we will want some sand. Okay, so cobbled deep slate to make more deep slate tiles. Maybe a top slab roof lip might help. Maybe. That's a. We're gonna have to work on that whole like tower structure thing up here. Like, cause there's like a spire, like watchtower thing that we don't have currently. Okay. So making sure we start this at the right height and the right distance. Uh-oh, this one comes out one further on this side. So the way we're going to have to do this to make it work is we're going to have to meet in the middle with stairs. I've decided it. I have spoken. Watched The Mandalorian first 2 episodes with a friend today who hadn't seen it yet. That was nice. Okay. Welcome, Mr. Bigzilla. Welcome, Fairy Ghost Girl Gaming. Not much. We were just doing some roof work at a slope of 2, roughly. Maybe use dripstone for some of the spires. That's a really good point, SJ. I had not considered that. This particular spire is going to need to be like a 2x2 sandstone wall thing. But some of these smaller ones, dripstone might be interesting for. Let's see. Oh, wait, there's the stairs. I was like, I feel like we had stairs somewheres. We did have stairs somewheres. Okay. So make some more tile here. Make some more tile here. Make some more tile here. We can always turn the deep slate tile blocks into deep slate tile stairs and slabs. We just can't do the inverse. Okay. Loving this jump boost. But yeah, this is now going to be more like this. Because these are going to meet in the middle. Hi to Puerto Rico, Nova. And this front wall here, we will fix. We'll get the roof right, and then we'll tweak the front wall to match. It is a great shingle material. I'm really happy with it. Okay, so yeah. And then interesting. Okay, so then the rest of this will be fine. We can clean that up as we go. But yeah, so this part here. So there's a spire that comes up. Oh wait, did this actually work out? For some reason, I thought that this... Oh, because it's one wider on both sides. Hey, that worked out great then. Never mind. I don't know what I was worried about. Okay, well then we don't need the stairs on these. We can switch it back to slabs. Oops, not double slabs. That's just blocks. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize I had brought that out one on both sides, so that was a huge benefit. I think the way I'm going to do this one is I'm going to have the shingles poking out, kind of. Wait, that doesn't work mathematically, does it? Yeah. Okay, so... Oh, no, that needs to be way taller. So I'm going to add one to each of these, at least, to start. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, it looks like about a meter difference. So then we'll come down here. That's a meter, that's a meter, that's a meter. This one's not a meter. Boom. So then if we come down here and eyeball this, I've got giant eyeballs. That doesn't look blatantly wrong. It could look wronger. Grace Door, yeah, I see your messages now. Okay. So then let's go ahead and clean up this bit back here and keep going. I'm feeling pretty good about this on the whole. Now there's going to be windows. I did mark where the windows are going to go. It's going to be a window here. And that window is going to start at the same height, it looks like. One thing I kind of want to do is I want to set up the stairwell down here to the beer garden as well. Because right now it's really obnoxious when you fall down here. Can't get up. So I think Cleo might have made the beer garden a little bit too big. We might have to tweak this to get the driveway down here the right way. No crickets tonight. Okay, you know, this part here that she has sticking out, this is the driveway. It's actually supposed to slope down, and she didn't do it. Okay, so this is... I'm starting to get my head wrapped around this now in a very productive way. So let's go ahead and pull out this marker thing, too, that we did. We don't need these markers anymore. Silk touch? Yes. Dang it. Jump. Okay. Grab the rest of those when we go back up. Okay. Wow, we left a lot of things. Let's go put some blocks away. Bum bum ba dun 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 dun. Bum bum da dun 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 dun. Bum ba dun dun do 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 do. Bum ba bum bum ba dun 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 dun. Whoops, that was too many. Sand, we don't have any on us. So we can just switch to smooth sandstone, I guess, if we need to. Oh wait, we can grab some of this, except for the fact that our inventory is full. Which we already knew. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, I can't consolidate anything meaningful down. Okay. Dang it. Core concept. We need to fix this beer garden here. Okay. So it looks like the beer garden stairs line up, excuse me, roughly with this. So why don't we just go ahead and poke a hole in that for right now. Let's put our deep slate stuff back in these chests temporarily. Gonna go grab all those other random materials we left lying around. Okay, but yeah, I'm feeling like this is coming together now. Okay. Okay. So in some ways, this maybe should be... This actually should be one lower, actually, on each of these. If I do it on both sides, it'll look better. I think it being lopsided before was what threw it off. Okay, and let's lay our head down and dream. Okay. Okay, so one thing at a time. Okay, so let's take some of the stone we got and make stone stairs. We're gonna have these come down here to our... that's a little bit too far over, actually. Well, no, it's about right. Whatever. It's fine. Have these come down here to our beer garden. They actually kind of expand outward a little bit more than that, but it's okay. So, windows. That was another thing we were going to do. We were going to punch some windows in here. And what I wanted to do was try to figure out the earlier Google Maps thing that I pasted. Let's copy that address and open that in a new tab. It's hard to see if boy, okay. So that has a statue on a block there. If we wanted to have a block that didn't feel attached to the building, I don't know what we would use, but okay, so there would be a statue here though, with an armor stand on it. Actually, the trick would be to use a smooth sandstone, because that's normally very higher up, very much higher up. So I'm gonna share a link to what I'm looking at right now in the maps thing. Okay. So then let's go get one of the armor stands. Do we bring any of those with us? We have sticks, but do we have twice baked stone? I'm not sure that we do. Ah, here's an armor stand. Okay. We don't have to have this be perfect right now. We're just establishing, like, hey, there is a statue here, right? Okay. Okay. What do I want to improve at as a Minecrafter? Telling stories. I used to do a lot more storytelling in my episodes, and Unfortunately, that requires kind of a level of brain power that I've had a hard time manifesting as much since my daughter was born. I'm just constantly tired, and it's 8 years later. So I feel like at a certain point I should start trying to reclaim my energy and telling good stories again. Okay. Welcome, Revik. Okay, we're gonna go grab... Actually, wait. Iron would be... Okay, you know what? These stairs are not working. Okay, these stairs are invisible, basically. Oh. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab some stone. Where did I saw a stone here. We're gonna grab some of this stone. Actually, the andesite. Those stalls are like for some sort of like Oktoberfest beer party thing, I think. I'm gonna put in andesite stairs here. Weathered copper armor would look great on that statue, but alas, it does not exist. Yeah, okay, so this way you'll be able to see the stairs. Because I was looking at that wall there, and I was like, where are the stairs? Where did the stairs go? It's not fair. I can't see the stairs. Okay. That's much better. And in terms of the ground here, the cobblestone they use looks kind of like the basalt cobble. Or, yeah, it looks like the end of basalt, almost. Welcome, Vicky. Hey, Isaac. Glad you could join us this evening. Okay, so what I've been trying to figure out, though, is what elevation are these windows at? I think they're about lined up with the height of that statue. So let's also come in here and grab some iron. That's going to give us some extra flexing room here. Iron helmet, iron chest plate. Did I make too many chest plates? No. I just don't have enough equipment, enough iron to cover the statue entirely. Okay, and okay. Boom. Let's just put that in there. Close that up. I think netherite would look better. I just don't have enough netherite to make the armor for this. Welcome, Vicky's Techtivities. Glad you could join us. Let me make sure I'm not missing any tips because I'm over here looking at these Google things. Nope. That's okay. We are only 9 away from the next face camera expansion. And tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. The stalls are taller than people, and the windows are higher than the stalls. Yeah, the windows need to be at least 3 meters up, I think. So that means that this window, and this window is taller than those windows. If I'm recalling correctly. No. These windows are not taller. It's the ones later that are taller. These windows are maybe the same height. Yeah. So, okay. Okay, and there is a weird little thing there as well. But that's fine. Okay, so these windows are actually shorter now that I'm looking at it. Okay, so in that case, they're going to still start here. at the fourth one, but they're only going to go up that many. And come into from that side. Okay. Grab those blocks now. And then I think we would do the same on the opposite side here. Now, I have gone through and widened some of these walls here. So you might be like, why are these walls narrower on this side? That's why. So, whoops. So if we start 3 up exactly opposite this one, that's going to be, and we go 4 high on those windows, that's going to go to there. And we go exactly opposite that one, 3 up, 4 high, it's going to go to there. And, hey, there's our walls. Yeah, we could dye leather armor to replicate the bronze color. That's also true. Let's clean up some of this too here. Not sure what we're gonna do for the internal ceiling elements, but oh dang it, we need to go to bed because it's gonna get dark real quick. Welcome, Yurasantu. Welcome, Jabble6. Lay your head down and dream. Okay. Hey, and we just got a tip via PayPal from Gritmonger. Thank you, Gritmonger. We were 9 away from the next expansion, but now we are 11 past, putting us 9 away from the next one after this one. And so here we go. It's time to expand. Just do. And we are going to lower our geopacity now to 20%. Gritmonger writes, Evening Joe, German castles have me nostalgic for many a European small burg, which I believe is European for city or town. Probably city. But okay. So let's go ahead and wipe out the additional blocks there that are kind of in the way. Don't need those anymore. Yay, picking up all the blocks. La da 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 dee dee dee. Whoops. Hey, no, I don't want to die in the ceiling. Dang it. I almost died in the ceiling. Where's the dirt that I'm trying to get onto? Okay, there it is. So if we just ender pearl directly above it, which is what I was trying to do last time, but I succeeded this time. No! Additional dirt that I can't reach. Ooh, okay. Are we going to add glass panes to the windows? Yes. Just, that's kind of out of scope right now. We're right now just trying to get the roof and we're trying to get the rough roof line sorted. So we got 2 big parts of that right now, but we don't have the rest. Here's what we're going to do. We have not gone over this way recently to see how this is going to look in the distance. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to zoom over here real quick. And, oh, of course, I left all my ender pearls, which I will need. Boom, 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 boom. Ender pearls. There's the ender pearls. Get rid of the extra armor stance for right now. Eat some steak. Welcome, Jess James. Glad you could join us. Rose and Goskos, we are doing well. We're just going to check out how this looks in the distance here. And, I mean, I think that this is coming along real well, in my opinion. Yeah. Okay. Let's go teleport up here real quick to the roof of the drawn-in courtyard. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in terms of like, we're not gonna get the whole roof done today, but it feels like progress, right? I spent all this time sorting out all these things over the last few days, like just thinking about how to do it, and that's the sort of thing, like, sometimes my process for things looks very slow, but then very fast. And that's kind of what happened here, is I spent a long time just figuring out, like, how are we going to do this? How is it going to happen? And then once I got it, like, now that it is got, it's going quickly, which I like. Okay. These stone parts are the insane driveway, which is like practically a go-kart track. To make this thing more defensible, this thing has a wild series of courtyards and tunnels and stuff that pass under each other or over each other. Dang it. I'm just going that way. I don't have time for you right now, skeleton. I'm working on the roof. Okay. Good luck baking your cake, bag, okay? But yeah, so this part over here, let's see what that's going to look like. So Cleo's been working on where the buttresses go. The windows are going to go kind of above the spots between them. I'm not sure that's actually going to line up right either, now that I'm... Oh, boy. Hey, we just got a tip via PayPal from Quest Reborn. Thank you, Quest Reborn, for the 9, who says, "Howdy, Joe." Well, howdy, Quest Reborn. That is going to put us evenly at our next expansion milestone. So here we go. It's time to expand. Just do-do-do-do. And we are going to lower our geopacity now to 16% already. So there we go. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this on the whole. I need to consult my pictures again, though. So how does this part work? Okay, so between... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm looking at this. This is a whole thing. Okay. Okay, this is a whole thing. I don't know what Cleo was trying to do with those buttresses. Was she trying to mark things? Maybe... We'll worry about that later. I don't know. Have I got my medal for 1,000 days in the No Wings Club? Not yet. But that would be cool to get before the next episode, but I don't know realistically if that's going to happen. Okay. So, here's what I'm thinking we're going to do next. Sun is going okay. Let's go up to the scaffold. I think I need to take a hydration break because my throat is a little scratchy and my drink is empty. I know I've been ending the streams pretty aggressively close to 11 because of my kids' school schedule being back in person. But I took a nap earlier and I've got some extra energy. So I'm thinking I'll refill my drink and I'll come back and try and just... If I can just knock out a few more roof segments here, I feel like we'll be in good shape to kind of move along for the next episode. Because, like, I'm basically ready to close out this episode. I just want to show some... So, basically, the last thing I have in the footage is me and Cleo talking about how we're going to do the roofs. And so, I just want to show that, right? And then that's the episode, I think. Oh, that looks so good from up here, though. Okay. I'm actually, like, really... Like, there's a lot to do still. This is not done. But... Okay, this is pretty good. So we're going to put up our hydration break sign. Is this it? And we are going to, let's check the spreadsheet and see who we need to thank for the hydration break. T. Hey, Gritmonger requested lines, so why don't we go ahead and play that? So I know Gritmonger's here tonight. I'll be right back. This is about a 4-minute song.
Power line to convey a certain brilliance, a telephone line to carry a voice, a metro line to bring us all downtown. Lines of connection, communication, not the borders of boundaries that slice and dice a nation. Divided by the chalk lines of disreputable history, past failures are laid out as we shrug with absent mystery. Those bodies left behind us while we amble on ahead, fearful of the wrong things from newspapers unread. Before I tell you what to do, or you try to tell me, let's all see what's been done and where we could have been. By knowing what's before us, the path might clear ahead, and focus on new obstacles uncharted by the dead. Power line from a gurgling turbine, a telephone line from a quiet room, a metro line from across the city. Maybe we'll all raise our glasses soon. They say across the fence line the grass is always verdurous, but we're not corralling cattle, fearing wranglers about the murders. When we look out past dividers, we're unsurprised to see more folks erecting fences, becoming detainees. Before I worry about you or you worry about me, let's all dwell on ourselves, we're the private enemy, becoming who we're meant to, virtuous and creative. We won't dread the different, the strange or unrelated. A power line to convey certain brilliance, a telephone line to carry a voice, a metro line to bring us home, to bring us home.
One evening, as the sun went down and our cooking coals were glowing, down the path came a party.
Sorry about that, folks. We played that song before. I thought I had queued up another song in case my drink getting ran long, but it didn't. But let's go ahead and play it anyway, because I like the song.
Who's the guy who conquers death? The mister with the whispers when Mumbo forgets. After introducing Pearl and Gem to say we're settling a continent. Shoulder to shoulder, surrounded by water, beyond which reset, risk your face if you wanna. We live close, we build close, we speak in proximity. Season 8's here today, still in its infancy. Mumbo is saying go, everyone's cheering, suddenly scattering, always unfearing. Though it passed by without Mumbo mentioning, there's a crew, you know who to keep you adventuring. Asuma securing villagers, Pearl on fine architecture, Joe grabbing supplies, ready to throw at the first fools who die. Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. The resupply crew will get you going again. The very first to die, B-double-O don't cry. Pops and quite chagrin, takes some apples and he flies. Zombie Cleo's next, needs an axe for the road. Geared up and cheered up, she's off with some lows. Gemini Tay appears slain by Jevin, but B-dubs is back before Joe loads the first chest in. Then Pearl's killed by Cleo, who Joe had armed previously. Then Cleo's dead too, per Isco mischievously. Impulse SV got blown up by a creeper. Says he won't be back, but how can he be sure? Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. The resupply crew will get you going again. The resupply crew. Asuma laddering a mine shaft. The resupply crew. Pearl egging a shell. The resupply crew. Joe lavaing a portal. Yo, you're immortal, here's a doorway to hell.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy?
Who's the guy who struck his first die encircled suddenly by 3 of his friends? Tango, Corrales, and B-double-O, all armed and armored to shake down Joe. Threats bacon triplicate fully surrounded. Joe took to the sky with Cobble unbounded. Lava to dump on the brigands below, or on himself. Misdirection, let's go! Heading down to somewhere with coordinates in hand. Bridging and tunneling, connecting flower forest land. Cleo is away, so Joe leaves her a saddle. He hopes as he does she won't use it for battle. Returning to world spawn and lighting his tunnel, he keeps striking lava and dies a whole bundle. And droughts hunting squids, though he tried his best. But no worries, back at world spawn there's a resupply chest. Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. The resupply crew will get you going again. One chest becomes 4 labeled in stock. The shell thickens yet with smooth sandstone block. Bushes are placed, ravines are filled in. Also the hermits can keep adventuring. If dying is losing, then living is winning. Episode's done, but the show's just beginning. Pick up some tools, some potatoes and steak, and show them you're real, give them season 8.
Yeah, there we go. I love that song. Music like that is brought to you by viewers like you. So thank you again to Gritmonger for sponsoring that hydration break. And a quick reminder, we are 20 even away from the next Face Camera expansion. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay, so a few things I want to try. I want to go and update some of the ground in here to be thing. Icepick says, how do you feel about being tagged in things like, on my community we built a continent-inspired tavern and thought your build was fitting, but not, it's not the same, but inspired. I mean, if you tag me on Twitter, I'll look at it. That's usually how things like that go. Okay. So... Actually, let's not bother with the basalt right now. Let's stick to the fundamentals. We're not working on the windows at the moment either. We're just primarily focused on the roof. And there might be some occasional stuff we have to do with brown mushrooms or striped oak logs or whatever. But for the most part, what we need is deep slate tiles stairs, more deep slate tiles. Some scaffold in here and there. Okay. What was the title? That is called The Resupply Crew, the HermitCraft Season 8, Episode 1 credits wrap. Bum, 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 bum. Alrighty. So, cleaning up this building here. The first song, Lines, is definitely available on... Oh, is the Season 1 end credit wrap available on Bandcamp? Is it? Let me pull that up if so. Sean Hills, I think, .bandcamp.com. Oh yeah, you can buy the Resupply Crew song on Bandcamp. I forgot about that. Okay, that's good to know. Womp womp. So there you go. That is a thing that you can get. Oh, you know what? That reminds me, I haven't checked my thing for a while. Hey, Braden, thank you for tipping 4. Who says I love you? Well, appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying my work. That puts us 16 away from the next face camera expansion. So thank you very much, Braden. And then, hey, Alex, thank you very much for the 50. Wow. Who says, Joe, thank you for streaming. You are helping me become a better boyfriend. I don't know if that parenthetical part's supposed to be read out loud because I don't know who's watching with you. But, and you write, thanks, man. Well, you are most welcome, Alex. So let's see, 16, that's one face camera expansion. 36 is another, and then that puts us 14 past that one. So 6 away from the next expansion. Here we go. Let's process both of these right now and get rid of this hydration break sign. Expand juiced. Do 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 do. OBS starts freaking out at this point. It's not really intended to be used for this, but we're doing it anyway. Lowering the opacity now to 12%. And then here we go. Numero dos. Expand juiced. Do 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 do. Lots of clicking and dragging here. Expanding. Woo! And once I find my face, which is about there, let's turn the opacity up temporarily just so I can find my eyeball. There it is. Boom, bringing that back down to 9% where it belongs. So thank you very much again to Alex for that. Okay, and good luck, Alex, with all your parenthetical future endeavors. Okay. So, looking at this. The way that this part of the structure seems to work, it cuts off actually lower here and then kind of goes up with some steps. These steps are not square entirely. It looks like they go up, let's see. Looks like there's 3 steps there, maybe? Yeah. And they are definitely taller than they are wide. So it might be 2 in, 3 up is kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, and let me ban that spam bot on YouTube. Sorry about that, YouTube viewers. Okay, so if it starts off about here, comes in 2 and then goes up 3, then comes in 2 and goes up 3 again, then, oh, by the time it gets to the middle, we're going to be too high. So that's definitely not right. So we need middle and then down 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. So let's see. So that's the correct number of steps. We just overdid it kind of on how big this is here. Okay, so this middle part, how much taller is that? Oh, wow, actually, I mean, that's pretty distinctively taller, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Not from that angle, though. It doesn't appear that much taller from that angle. Let's try a few more angles. That's inside the gift shop. That's in the tunnel. That's the wrong angle for that. That is way the heck out in Pearl. Another weird angle of the driveway. Behind the castle. The problem is where these things are on the Google map don't necessarily correspond with where they actually were taken in the castle. Okay. So yeah, from down there, I'll definitely. Okay, that's a photograph, not a panorama. That's another photograph that's not a panorama. That's a panorama from the wrong side. This is a panorama that's not loading. Okay. Have a good night, Snow. Hey, Alex C., thank you for becoming a Patreon patron. I'm going to send those invites out manually, usually the next business day. So keep an eye out for that in your Patreon inbox tomorrow, probably later in the day, because I tend to do them as a batch. Okay. But thank you very much for supporting the show. Where is... Come on. There's the bed. Bed's too far away. What? Okay, let's try that one. No. Some of the photos here are not good. Okay. So I'm looking at this. The roof line. The top of the roof is definitely between the first and second step, the way that this comes together on the actual thing. So this is actually... But the actual roof, interestingly, is like cut in some. Okay. So the way we're going to deal with that is we're going to teleport up here. Why do I not have game sounds? Now I have game sounds. Weird. Okay. We're going to clear this out because that's no good. Dang it. Don't need that. But we do need these. Okay, so I'm looking at this, and this first wall here comes up higher than that. And then there's these weird kind of like waterway things here. Or there's two of them. Like water cutouts. And then this roof is not super steep either. This roof is at like a 45-degree angle and way lower. Okay, that roof needs to be... This thing is way too short. This needs to be way taller as well. We're learning a lot about roof math. Roof math, roof math. It won't do you a bit of good to review math. That only a child can do it. Okay. So... Yeah. This is going to be fine. Got a robot baby for school. It's a pain. Sorry to hear that, Sawyer Kettler. Okay. So let's have it come down maybe like this. Wait, no, that's too much. Okay, this is blatantly wrong. As is, this is blatantly, clearly, visually flawed. Thinking I'm out of orange juice already. We're 15 minutes into this post-hydration break. Okay. I always forget that, like, if I'm already thirsty by the time I take the hydration break, I should just make 2 drinks because I'm going to finish it, like, basically walking back to my desk. Okay, so eyeballing this. This actually isn't that much wider here than that is. This... Okay, that might be part of the problem that we're running into. Is that this whole wall needs to move in one, maybe. Okay, so the defining thing about this element, though, is it needs to have a point that comes down for this roof to work mathematically. It's supposed to be higher up, or it's supposed to be not quite as high as that roof at the top, but almost. And then it's supposed to come down. How close to that does that get? Like this, almost. So let's get the stairs out here. This one's supposed to be almost a 45-degree angle. Dang it. Can we put a block there, I guess? And then... So that means this needs to go like that, at least. No fall damage. Woo! It works. Okay. They laughed when I spent months gathering all this. Okay. Okay, so... Dang it. I don't think that helps anybody. So then we come down like this. And like this. And then... Okay, so that has to start way lower. Then. So if this ultimately starts here and goes up. Well, wait, no, this is about right. So what is the issue here? Okay, this step is not wide enough. And then this step is, so we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, this just works. Never mind. And does this go actually higher enough to be where it needs to be roughly? Yeah, it does. Okay. Whereas this roof needs to actually start about as tall as that. So, cool. Cool, cool, cool. I did not mean to fall there. Welcome, Briggs Mech. Glad you could join us. Win for the hay bales, indeed. Okay. Okay. So, here we go. Running over here. Do. Welcome, Lot of Soap. Glad you could join us. Dang it. How can I hear a baby zombie this high up? Where did a baby zombie spawn? That is unacceptable. Did Scar drag a baby zombie over here? I don't think so. That's still unacceptable. I cannot accept that there's a baby zombie this high up, or that I can hear one all the way down there. It's way too far away. Welcome, Miss Condos. Glad you could join us. an invisible parrot nearby mimicking one. You know, honestly, at this point, wouldn't rule it out. Thank you, McLeslie. I do what I can. Just want to make sure that folks have something cool to watch. Now, there are windows on either side of this, too. But we'll worry about that later. Okay, so how high up does this need to go, though? Because it needs to go higher up than that by quite a bit. But not cool. Oh, wait. Actually, the trick is it goes up to there. Okay, cool. Figured it out. Wait, hold on. That can't be right. It has to go higher than this, or it doesn't work. Yeah. Okay, let's go use that bed real quick. Ah, I missed it by this much. Okay. Okay, so there we go. Back to the game. Okay, so I don't want stuff to spawn right there, though. So let's go ahead and real quickly deal with that. Oops. Dang it. Opposite of what I intended. This is feeling good. I'm happy. Which is nice. Okay. So we need to go higher here now that we've added that additional wall or ceiling space, right? Okay. So this is where things get a little weird. You know what? Let's finish that roof first, and then we'll deal with the weirdness over here. Yeah, we're still waiting on Iskall to swing by with the No Wings award, but that's okay. It's not a rush thing. I guess we'll just do this the lazy way. Oh, whoops, I forgot to actually make this work. Okay, so, boom. Wait, 1, 2... How come that works on that side but not the other side? Yeah, that's kind of weird. But you know what? That's just gonna have to be fine, I think. Oh boy. I don't know about that. That's... maybe this wall should go out further on that side too, actually. Well, let's see. I don't know. Maybe I can't do anything about that either way, so I should stop stressing out. Yeah, let's just, for right now, we are at 9% geopacity, and we are 16 away from the next face camera expansion. Yeah, we might need to move this wall out 2 more. Which actually, that makes sense because there's supposed to be a path on this side of the chapel that we don't have right now. that's missing. So that would explain that. Now that also means, though, if we move that out, we got to move this whole wall out here by 2. And I don't know that I want to commit to doing that quite yet. Let's see how bad it looks without doing that first. Okay. Okay. So that does work in this way. Welcome, Dusky Delusions. What's my favorite block in Minecraft? Probably the shin block, the low block, so I don't get kicked in the shins. You got to worry about that chip damage. Okay. So we're going to fix this over here. So there's supposed to be windows in this as well, but we're going to come back to that. I'm not going to try and get these windows right just yet, because they're not imminently urgent. Okay. So that does put this at almost the height it needs to be at, but not exactly. I'm looking at the model here. This should be one higher right here. It's going around. Cool, cool, cool. Feeling good about that. So, this is where things get weird. So we have these crazy towers on the 4 corners of this thing. And then we've got some pretty wild roof thing here that looks like it's going to be at about a 2 slope, comparable to what we did on the other stuff. So maybe we just go in and we do that as is, right? Okay. Hey, Leora. Yeah, I took a nap earlier. I'm trying to get this crazy map done, or crazy roof done on this wild castle, because a wild castle appeared. So what we'll do is we'll work on the roof first. Cleo seems to think this is the midpoint, and that's fine. She is welcome to her opinion of that. I'm going to have to double check it. Would the midpoint of this align with that part of that wall? Not really. Oh, boy. Midpoint should be as close to here as possible, but this is a minimum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we really can't. Oh boy, Cleo. Oh boy, this is. This is not optimal. This is nowhere near optimal. Okay. Well, no, wait. You know what? Oh, she got it close. It's just lopsided. Okay, we'll make it work. Should Minecraft add vertical half slaps? You know, honestly, physical comedy is such a powerful part of what we do here on the server. The more slaps that they add to the game, the more opportunities we'll have to, you know, kind of do that kind of Three Stooges thing that people love. So I would be happy if they added vertical half slaps. Okay. So, yeah. We're going to just move this scaffold out here since it won't be covered by the roof like it was on the other side. Yeah, let's double check this. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Howdy, Joe, to Texas Narcotics. Glad you can join us. Okay. So, So yeah, the steps here are wrong. But we can make it work, okay? It'll be okay. Okay, so the problem, though, is if we have this go up like this, I feel like that's going to be slightly steeper than it needs to be. But it'll work well. So 1, 2, 3, 4... And then this is the middle one, 5, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that works. Yeah, that works. Okay. So more deep slate tile across here. Welcome, Airmitch, Baby, and Raiders. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee, here on the HermitCraft server, where we are working on a model of Castle Hohenzollern and a corresponding medieval village. So, welcome, Raiders. Glad you could join us this evening. Real steep roofs. Alrighty. So I'm high enough up, I really don't want to go and deal with... Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, the math works out. Well, thank you very much, Airmitch, for the raid. This is based on a real castle in Germany called Castle Hohenzollern, and it is a work in progress. A lot of effort building something this big. Making a lot of adjustments as we go, realizing things as we go about the walls, about the roads, everything about it. Always room for improvement in Minecraft, but especially when you barely know what you're doing, and that's us today. Okay, so Briggs Mech says, I'm going to be in Nashville next week. What should I do when I get there? Well, normally I would say make sure you visit the Parthenon, which is in Centennial Park. We've got a bunch of great museums. The Frist Museum is fantastic. We've got the Johnny Cash Museum and the Country Music Hall of Fame if you're into stuff like that. We've got a History of African American Music Museum. Let's see. I mean... Honestly, like, I don't know what's open and what's not because of COVID. So, because I haven't done any touristy stuff or taken people anywhere lately. But, yeah, those Opryland. I mean, Opryland is a, well, Opryland closed down. Opryland was a theme park that's gone now. So now it's Opry Mills Mall, which, like, you don't want to come here to go to the mall. Or, I mean, maybe you do. I'm not your mom, but Printer's Alley is cool. Yeah, my favorite bar in Printer's Alley, the owners sold it so they could go sail around the world, which is awesome, but I definitely miss having that as, like having a home bar or a home pub. But yeah, so one of my old coworkers, her and her husband owned Fleet Street pub a few years ago. But like I said, they sold it, and we're like, because somebody like made them an offer out of the blue, and they're like, they had been talking about like, oh, we should go sail around the world at some point. Like they've been taking sailing lessons and buying a boat and all these things to prepare, and then like, you know, they figured 10 years from now when we retire, we can go do this. And then somebody was just like, hey, I want to buy your pub. And then they were like, well, we'd still have to sell our condo. And their friend who's a realtor calls them up and is like, hey, are you guys looking to sell your condo? Because there's somebody who wants one right in your area, and it would be perfect. And they're like, well, if we're getting offers on our pub and our condo in like the same 2-day period, we should probably just go sell. And I don't blame them. I'm happy that they got to do that. I'm happy for them. But like, yeah, it's... I don't like have like a go-to bar anymore though, because like when you know Like when you know the people that own it, it's like, oh, okay, you know, you're never like, you know, am I spending too much on appetizers? It's like, they're good people, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah. Whether or not you believe in signs, there's definitely like, this is a good time to do this. You know what I mean? Like, clearly the market says we should sell our bar and go sailing. Okay. Oops. Sammy says, is there a good bar near downtown you could bribe the bartender to put on a baseball game? I mean, there's plenty of sports bars. But yeah, I mean, like, see, the problem is I haven't been to any bars in like 2 years. So I just, my local knowledge, my ability to be helpful about stuff like that, it's like 2 years ago I would have said go to Fleet Street. Because they would have a lot of sports on there, but I don't know the new owners, and I haven't been in there since COVID, and so like the other places I could think of, it's like kind of the same thing where it's like, well, this place used to be pretty chill about that, but I don't know if it still is, or I don't know the people working there anymore or whatever. So sorry, this is the sort of stuff where it's like, yeah. Well, and part of the thing is like I've been trying to find places like I've been trying to scout things a little bit, but there's a big difference, it feels like, between saying, hey, my kid's in school, I'm going to go scout good like coffee shops and pinball places for meetups, versus like, let me go wander around the bars downtown at 11 in the morning, you know? It just feels like less of a good use of my time. But now that I'm realizing I'm failing people by not being able to answer simple questions like this, maybe I should have been wandering around downtown hitting the bars at 11 in the morning. What about the 4-story restaurant? Oh yeah, there's that diner that's it's actually 5 stories. It's really weird. I forget what the name of it is. But I don't even know if that still exists. I don't know what still exists. I'm sorry. It might just be the diner, but okay. So, yeah, this is going to have like 4 towers on it that are going to be weird too. And the towers go up above that, which is weird. Yeah, the Parthenon idea, like seriously, it's absolutely just beautiful. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece of architecture. Even though it is admittedly a copy, it's a really good copy. So, yeah. So how did we do this on the other one? I think we went... Yeah, we went over there. Okay. It's not perfect, but this will do. And then this will be just basically a wall here. Maybe I should tell people what areas not to go to. But I don't know that anymore, Asetcha, either. Like, honestly, Nashville, like, doesn't really have, like, bad areas right next to good areas. It's not like, oh no, you're gonna stumble into the bad part of town or anything. Like, it's a pretty visitor-friendly city. And we are short on smooth stone, it looks like. Luckily, we should have a bunch of that baking, so we can go grab that. Okay. Who's going to live in the castle? Me. Don't tell Cleo. Cleo will probably also want to live in the castle. It's weird. I feel like half of the sound effects are dropping. When I ender pearl, sometimes it makes noise and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what's up. Okay, so we're going to get more of the smooth sandstone. I'm realizing, actually, we're going to put all the smooth sandstone back. We're going to get some more of the normal sandstone. And we're going to put it in the smooth sandstone maker. Have a good night, Razor Random. Welcome, Josh. Okay. Cass Muir, tips 5, who says, bars downtown or bars and songs. I'm just glad you're setting the bar high for content. I try to put on a good show. Thank you very much, Cass Muir. That puts us 1 away from the next face camera expansion. Okay. I might have... Wait, does it? Yeah, it does. I might have accidentally said 16 earlier. I misread that. Yeah, we are 1 away from the next face camera expansion. We are currently at 9% Joe-pacity. Kusada says, what happened to the VR streams? Yeah, I kind of got my schedule got thrown off with my daughter being quarantined and not being quarantined and a bunch of other stuff. So the other thing is that that time gets kind of eaten up as like, I realized I needed to devote more time to editing to get my videos out in a timely manner. And so some of that time has gone into editing instead. Alex C, thank you for the 1. That is going to put us evenly at the next face camera expansion. Here we go. It's time to expand. Just do. And we are going to lower the Joe-pacity once I find my face. Here, let's raise it real quick. Where's my eyes? Where's my eyeball? There it is. Okay. Bring it back down to 9%. No, 6%. We were at 9. Boom. We are 20 away from the next face camera expansion. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. Sorry, Casimir. Yeah, I've been streaming a lot today. I streamed for 3.5 hours with Cleo earlier, and my brain tends to get a little bit, ooh. Hey, this though actually is looking pretty okay, right? I was like, what is that noise? That was the bumblebee. Okay. Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I feel like we're getting this roof together in a really coherent way. Hey, Casper, please don't yell in all caps. I'm going to time you out so you have a chance to read the rules. Space Cowboy says, what happens when you hit 0% opacity? It's a mystery to everyone. Maybe not everyone. It's a mystery to you. We'll find out soon, maybe. Okay. Let's lay our head down and dream here real quick. The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how'd it get so late? So we're gonna go ahead and put the towers here. Just temporary towers. David Tippin 20 says there's a smooth stone missing on the outward facing slope. Great stream. Thank you. I'll keep an eye out for that next time I'm over there, David. And I got plenty of smooth stone now. So here we go. It's time to expand. Just OBS starts freaking out at this point because it's way too big. Takes a while to drag. There it is. Okay, lower the Joe-pacity now to 3%. And we are now 20 away from the next face camera expansion. And the entrance of the fabled Beetlejuice. Okay, so we're going to put these towers here. Actually, you know what? These should probably be made of walls to make the towers look right. Yeah. Let's come back and make these out of walls. But in the meantime, we're going to fix this. Okay. So this roof on this side, I think might supposed to be a little bit taller than the other one on the other side, but I'm not sure about that right now, and I don't want to risk screwing that up at the moment. I want to instead focus on getting over here and working on that big roof, because once we get I feel like once we get the roof on this part done, we'll really kind of feel like we're in business. Now, that roof, when I look at my model, it's about the same height as the one over there. Okay, it comes up past the second... Actually, the way to look at it is it comes up past the second step on this step thing. Okay, so if this is the top step, it's like midway up this step. So that would be, it goes to here. So let's go ahead and put some of these down. Oh boy. Okay. So does this get us halfway up that step? No, this is halfway up that step. Right here. Boom. Okay. And it needs to end there. And that needs to come up. Boy. That basically comes up to the same height as wherever that other one ends. Although it's about the same angle. No, it's got to be steeper than 45. I feel like it's this same thing we did before, where it's down one, and so we alternate the tile and the. So we're gonna put that there. Have this one here. Now, does this look right? I mean, if it's not right, we've at least got the hay in place to fix it, right? So, okay. Okay, so this comes out about to the height that Cleo expected. But it actually then needs to come up a little bit higher just to make it work. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that seems... Yeah, because that should be 3 lower than that, it looks like. Okay, great. Welcome, Technica. Technica says first time catching your stream. Glad you are here. Welcome, Mandy Roo. Chat is zoned out. I know we've been working really a while on this crazy thing, so it's easy to get kind of worn out. Okay, so making sure, is this the same on that side as it does on this side? These are symmetrical. So that means that that one's going to start down there. If so, right? Okay, so come down here like this, and then we go like that. Okay. Yes, perfect. Great, great, great. Okay. Now, it's going to get a little strange when we get to the diagonal over here, but up until this point, basically, this is going to be about the way you'd expect it. So we're just going to bring this straight on across here. Hey, thank you, Joe Vondahay. Appreciate the kind words. I'm also hoping the roof turns out all right. I should design a room in here for each hermit. Interesting. But do it aesthetically opposite of what they would like. They'll just trade rooms. That doesn't work. It'll be the Hermit Big Castle room swap this season, apparently. If I do that. Okay, so we're gonna go grab more of the deep slate that we need. Cobbled deep slate. Deep slate tiles. Deep slate tiles. Salt we don't want to put in there. Deep slate tiles. Deep slate tiles. Deep slate tile stairs. Deep slate tile stairs. Deep slate tile stairs. Let's throw the basalt back in here for now. The face camera is currently at 3% geopacity, and we are 20 away from the next face camera expansion. Okay. I should have held on to XP Crafted's base and then swap back now. Okay. Maybe. Dang it. It's like a gnat or something in here. Okay. Dang it. Oh, hey, look at that. Perfect ender pearl. Basically. Hydra Spoon says, Joe, will you ever update your profile picture to feature your goatee? Well, I don't know if I'm going to keep it. And also, the last time that I got my profile picture taken, I spent like 3 hours getting like 258 photographs taken with a professional photographer, and I only liked one of them. I'm very particular about how I look in photographs, because the problem is that I'm a very animated person, and so I express myself through motion. I can't make good static photograph poses. And so pictures just come out blurry of me. If I'm trying to express an emotion, I express it through movement, and cameras don't like that. And so like I'm like all the pictures are like me halfway between making one face and making another or something. So it would take a while to get right. And so it's not that I'm like I think very highly of my appearance, but I am not photogenic. I'm videogenic. There's a difference. I need that motion of time, that element of time. But yeah. Okay, so from here now though, this is where it gets weird. So we need to come in from here until we hit that same mark. And we're going to work backwards from that, kind of. So we might have to do 3 up on these to make it fit. Yeah, because even if we go 1, 2 further back here, I think it's still going to be wrong. Well, maybe not. Hold on. Let's think about this. Okay. Yeah, let's try it with 3. So I didn't need to break both of those, it looks like. 1, 2, 3. And then torch, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, that actually works. That's what we're going for here. Okay, so this is going to be kind of weird how it works, but I think it'll be okay. Okay. Oh, see, the weird thing with this one is it needs to go in further. Faster, almost? Yeah. How do we do that on this side? And then we put a stair here. Great. Okay. Yeah, this is it. We've tried these with corner stairs before. It needs to be sharper. So, let's go ahead and let's take a look at this from the distance. Yeah, roofs are hard. There's a lot of trial and error that went into figuring out that method. So, I know it might seem counterintuitive, but in the distance, we tried using corner stairs for a few days and learned it is much better to maybe not. Okay, so from up here, yeah, it's gonna have to do. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, I feel like this is basically what it needs to be. Yeah, the windows will add a lot to our ability to process whether or not it's right. You're absolutely correct about that. Wait, what am I hearing? Well, that's strange. Okay, well, I don't know what I'm hearing, but it's not any of the things I thought it might be. That would be like, is that a broken toilet? Is my computer messed up? What are these noises? It must be coming from outside somewhere. Whatever. Okay. Core concept, we have this roughly working. And hey, thank you, moron. It is now midnight. So I guess I should go ahead and get ready to raid. Let's see what is going on in the wider world of twitch.tv. Hey, it looks like Ryan Hartman. I've been watching his Deathloop show the last few evenings. I've been really impressed with the game. So why don't we go ahead and raid him. He actually runs PAX. So if you've ever been to a Penny Arcade Expo before, you've seen his work in that context. He is in charge of all the PAXs. So, yeah. Normally our raid message is, howdy y'all, Joe Hills raid here. Make sure that you behave when you get there. So anyway, until next time y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do 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 do.